Hey everybody, it's Greg and it's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It is Friday, February 16th, halfway through the month of February. TGIF. And everybody has a great weekend. Well, and it's our first weekend without football in 5 months. Ah, what are we gonna do? But baseball's really on form, so that's a good thing. Hey, there's our Bud still there. Our good friend Bud is joining us today. Maybe Katie will bless us with her presence too. You never know. Well, you know what? I got a comment yesterday, and I said I'm going to read my comments from now on. I appreciate when anybody drops me a comment, and so I'm going to answer it right away. I'm not going to take 6 freaking months to do. And this one was from Brendan, 1850. Love the content. Keep it up. Thank you, Ray. Now, I noticed I have jumped up to 34 subscribers. Yes, I jumped up two. I went from 32 to 34. So thank you, whoever that is out there. I hope you enjoy the daily program. Getting closer to that 1,000. That's the goal, because I think I told you I have one person very famous. I'm not going to say who it is until I hit that 1,000. Wanted her on the program. Said, why don't you come on program? You can promote your new stuff, blah, 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 blah. We can just talk. Now, the answer was, no, not until you have at least 1,000 subscribers. It's wasting my time, wasting your time too. Okay. So we're getting there. 34 is getting closer to 1,000. That's what I think. Maybe in another 15 years, I'll be there. All right, so here's what we're going to talk about on this Friday. I got to talk about Bud. You're gonna get a kick out of it. It's just like I do. Oh, but before I do, today is almond day. Almond. I'm not a big almond guy. I think I told you before. I'm not a big nuts guy. I'm nuts nut. I'm not a guy. I don't care for nuts. Cashews are good. Peanuts are good. Almond day. Hershey bars with almonds. Okay. If I had to eat one, I would. If you forced me to. But I'm not a big almond guy. But if you are, happy day. Have a good almond. And you know what? It is also caregivers. Caregiver. That is important. That's that's close to my heart because being a social worker, working in nursing homes, I talk to families, a lot about caregiving. I've had people in my family who needed care, and it's just bottom line is it's very important if you're a caregiver out there. First of all, you're an angel from heaven, and you deserve all the appreciation and gratitude for what you're doing. Take care of yourself, okay? So many times we see caregivers take care of their loved one, but they don't take care of themselves. And it's very important because you don't want to burn yourself out. You don't want to wear down because that's not good for you and that's not good for the person you're taking care of, right? So take care of yourself. If you're able to get away for even an afternoon or so, do it. We all need that time away. But most of all, take care of your loved one and take care of yourself too. So celebrate today. All right, let me talk about our friend Bud Stewart. So here's the deal. Bud, at night, Bud likes to sleep under the window. That's been his thing now for a little bit. Bud is like George Washington, the father of the country. He sleeps everywhere. He's got his apartment here, and he sleeps in which is actually my bedroom closet. He's got a nice bed in there. Does he go in there? No. He's got another bed out in the living room. Very rarely will he. Wherever Bud hangs his hat, so to speak, he don't have a hat. That's where Bud sleeps. That's where he more or less drops. And that's it. He's done. So we thought it would be a nice thing to get, instead of sleeping on the hardwood floor, we have a rug there, but we get him a little bed. Like it's like a little yoga mat, you know? And it's not a big, big bed, but it's a little yoga mat. And it's for therapeutic purposes. That's for generic dogs, the older dogs. And we thought this would be nice because it's for the summertime, it's cooling on one side, it keeps the dog cool. And on the other side, you flip it over, it's for the winter time, it's more furry and warm to keep the dogs warm. So we thought this is a good thing. So we ordered it and it just came the other day. The first night we used it was last night. Under the window, I thought Bud was going to love it. It was going to be a hard time getting him out of it, you know? He hated it. Oh my God, he hated it. First of all, he couldn't scrunch it up like a towel. You know how dogs sort of like scrunch up old bed linen with towels or something and try to make their own bed in there? Couldn't do that. And that pissed him off. And so he got so pissed off, he just started whining and crying, going, walking around the house, bitching and moving. And he couldn't settle down. So we took the bed away, said, all right. Here's your back to your old hardwood floor. You know, go choo-choo. Choo-choo means the dog language. So he said, go choo-choo. We done it all. He was still bumbling, bitching, and it took him a while. So this morning, he went outside, like usual. You know, first thing in the morning before he eats, he goes out and pees. And what he does is he'll make his rounds around the yard, supervising what he is, to make sure everything is okay. And then he'll take a poop and he'll announce it to the world. Yeah, to the whole freaking neighborhood. He'll go, like, I just pooped and I feel great. Everybody have a good day out there. Weasels, have a good day. We have a ravine, which is beyond our backyard. It's little chain link fence around it. It's the borough property, and they go in and they mow it and take care of it once in a while. But it's a ravine for the development when they built on development here for the water to. Well, anyway, you know, sometimes you get animals back there. You get possums and skunks, and you know, this development has been for 40 years, and we still have wildlife running through the development. So what Bud did is not only did he do his usual post-poop yelling, I pooped and I feel great. He bitched and bitched and bitched. And what I think he did was he was telling the creatures of all these possums and weasels. And he had a bad name. An evil daddy put an evil yoga man in his choo-choo spot, and he didn't like it, and he then spoils all night and his day today, and probably his whole weekend too. So that's all he did. In fact, he came back up the ramp, came to the back door, and usually that's his sign that he wants to come in the house, and he's done. This morning, he went back down the ramp, back out to the yard, back to the back fence, and started yelling again. It's like he forgot. Oh, and I forgot to tell you this. But I still love you anyway. Now I told you for a while, Bud's gone through a little bit of a Sundance. Yeah, so when it gets dark, yeah, he's afraid of the dark. You know, keep the light on for him until he goes to church. So I think literally that's going on. And I think, looking back on it, by putting that new yoga for him, that sort of changed his routine. And you know, for someone who suffering from Cheryl's news. Changing the routine just does you all. That's just so poor bud. Hopefully he is gonna lay around today and catch up on his sleep. There, he's not itching anything, which is a good thing. Speaking of something here that this is sad news. We just learned this morning that Ryan Wilson of the Beach Boys has dementia, and his website put it in his family, and that's a shame. He's 80 years old, Ryan Wilson, and he's been touring on his own. He hasn't been with the Beach Boys in quite a long time, but so he's had to cancel some stuff. Apparently, he was working on a new album, but everything's on hold. So, best wishes to Brian Wilson there. I hope you find some peace there. You know. I also wanted to say, what else did we talk about today? Yeah, we talked about God. We talked about that. Spring training starting, it just started up the other day. And we're waiting for our Phillies. They start spring training games next weekend. I can't. Oh God, I can't. It's going to be a great year. And before the season starts, probably around a week before the season starts, we're going to go through the baseball divisions. We're going to talk about every single team and break it down. We're going to pick our division winners and who I think is going to get into the World Series this year, who's going to win the World Series. Yeah. Oh, here's our Buster. Hey, little guy. How are you, man? Oh, man, you're not good. You're calm now, aren't you? You had a rough night, did you, big guy? Huh? Yeah. Well, we won't do that again. We won't try to make things nice for you. Huh? He's a sweet one. I think of what this guy that you're looking about now he's out of our feet. This guy's been through. If he could only write his life story. Right, bud? And grew up in Alabama. Unfortunately, was abused a lot. Spent a good time in his life in the shelter until Daddy found him on the internet, adopted him, brought him up to Pennsylvania, 1,000 miles away. Right, bud? He came to the CD. I think I told you the story. When I saw him, when I met him, I had to meet him in PetSmart parking. And first time we met, came up to me, he was on a leash, and he peed on my wheelchair. He did. And then I knew we were meant for each other. Yeah. He marked his territory, so to speak, He said, "You're mine. I found my forever home. I shall mark my territory. I shall be under you." And he did, didn't he, big guy? And that's been 10 years ago. We've been together now 10 years, right, big guy? Yes, through thick and thin, huh? I always tell people, and this is true. A lot of people saying God saved his life. Yeah, like saved me. And I'm sure a lot of people out there who have adopted animals. And I say it's a great thing to adopt, from shelters. Give the animal a home, right? So he saved my world because at that time, 10 years ago, he needed protection and needed company. And I needed a friend, right, bud? And that's what he's been all these years. So, my bloodstream. Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, I'm going to get out of here now. I'll be back tomorrow, Saturday show. And yes, bud, yes. And I got another great response from the other day, the Nolan family tribute. So next week we're going to talk about another classic TV show on Wednesday, and I already have it picked out. In fact, I already did the research. And it's going to be great. And I promise it's not going to be as long as this. Oh God, and if I see it going that long, I'm going to split it up into 2 parts. But it's going to be really good. It's a classic TV show that I know you all loved and you all enjoyed, and it's going to be so much fun to talk about it. So I will be back tomorrow, Saturday, for more good stuff. And I hope everybody has a great Friday. Enjoy the Friday, enjoy the weekend. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And thank you to all those subscribers out there, the 2 new ones, whoever they are. And I love you guys. Keep watching and keep listening. And say goodbye, Bud. Say goodbye, Horny. You know, saying it. You just can't. Trust me. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.